Alright, welcome back everyone dito sa latest episode ng Deep Dive live from Winnipeg kung saan galing pala si Winnie the Pooh. Diyan pala galing yung pangalan ng Winnie when
Ah, ah,
Grizzly Bear was in London Zoo and nakita nung anak nung author nung nagsulat ng Winnie the Pooh. So this is close to our heart. More than 10% of the population here is Pinoy. So I think one reason why yung host ko brought me here was also to meet the Filipino community. Aside from the premiere here was the I think first from the indigenous community here yung premiere nila, etc. So while andito ako moving between Vancouver and Ottawa and everything. Sir Ronald Llamas, welcome back. And panalong-panalo mga Sotong Soto in the Senate, Soto in the Congress. Is this the
ah.
Soto era?
Mukhang hinintay ka lang makaalis bago nagsimula yung drama rito.
Coup! Coup attempt. Coup ba yan, Sir Ronald? Ano ba yung coup na
Umalis
yan?
ka, medyo boring pa eh. Ngayon very exciting every day, no? Oo. Simula nung naglabas ng letter si E.S. Bersamin. Ngayon lang ako nakakita in my 4 decades in politics ng ganong klaseng letter, ha? Galing sa Malacanang. Address to the House. Address to Congress, di ba? So,
Well, is this the same Bersamin who barely said anything yung nung pinalis nila si Torre? I mean, this guy,
oo.
it's your favorite. He's your favorite secretary, no?
Oo, biro mo, wag niyong ibalik sa amin yung inyong corruption, yung inyong failure. First paragraph pa lang yun, ha? Second paragraph, no? Don't hostage the budget. Wag niyo kami i-blackmail. Tapos, third paragraph, maglinis muna kayo ng bahay. Ang dumi-dumi niyo.
Sir
Ah,
Ronald, inaano ka na,
ah,
binubuking ka ng mga tao. Buhay, ano ka, gising ka pa daw, galing ka pang kabilang channel. Loko talaga mga
oo.
tao. Sir Ronald,
Actually, magkakasunod. Ngayong gabi, nakaapat ako.
oo nga eh.
Ikaapat ko.
Sir
Ikaapat ko
Ronald,
na
I
to.
think let's negotiate an
Oo.
energy drink sponsor, no? Kailangan natin ng energy drink sponsor, Sir
Oo,
Ronald.
kabilang Philippine Star online.
Hoy, ang
One-on-one
galing
with
ah.
ano.
Panalo.
Susunod, walang pahinga. From
Pero,
Storyco to Philippine Star, no? To Attorney Enzo,
kabilang channel. But of
to
course, Sir Ronald, you're now with
afterwards,
the...
kasama ko pa si Barry Gutierrez. Oo.
Oh, sige, 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 sige. Bago tayo pupunta sa mga Soto at sa ating mga minamahal na BBM and mga Kadiskaya at Kadidies. Okay, sir, let me put you on the spot again because the other day PCIJ came up with this report of all the president's contractors. And
Mm,
pinalabas lahat ng contractors, hindi lang panahon ni Digong, kitang-kita na,
mm,
what, 12 billion yung projects, first year pa lang ni Digong, ang laki ng binigyan na project sa mga St. Gerard nila Diskaya, so booking na booking. But there's
mm,
also a lot of big projects that were given to certain contractors during the Aquino administration. And some are
mm,
wondering, at least based on the PCIJ study, whether the
mm.
Aquino administration, well, not President Aquino himself, no, I mean, obviously, but maybe the administration was not maybe as perfectly squeaky clean as people would say. I'm Sir Ronald. I want to put you on the spot because ngayon, as we speak, one of yung isa sa mga bata mo, yung current DPWH secretary, is talking to
Mm.
former DPWH secretaries, including during Aquino, for advice. But people are looking at the PCIG report and saying, was it also as perfect during your time?
Well, hindi ko nabasa yung PCIJ report eh. Ang alam ko lang noon, nung panahon namin, walang mga ganitong klaseng kaso. Walang ganitong klaseng mga scandals, no? Ikalawa, lalo na, wala masyadong reklamo sa DPWH Secretary Babe Singson, no? Meron din kami mga flood control projects. Halimbawa, 180 billion in 6 years. In 6 years, 180 billion. Pero yan ay may isang framework, may master plan. At yung master plan na yon, pinasa sa Duterte government na hindi naman pinansin. Paano ang hirap kasing gumawa ng flood control na wala kang master plan? Na magiging vulnerable ka hindi lamang sa inefficiency kundi sa corruption. Paano more than 13,000 flood control projects yung ginawa ng Duterte government in 6 years na walang master plan? No? Yun siguro yung kaibahan. No? Hindi ko sinasabi na walang corruption ng panahon namin. Ang sinasabi ko lang, walang ganitong klasing skandal at walang ganitong klasing mga kaso. Ang meron sa amin, yung Mama Sapano at saka yung Luneta hostage crisis, no? Tapos, kung nakita mo yung graph na ginawa ng De La Salle, nakita mo na ang konti ng flood control projects during the Aquino time at yan ay lumobo during the Duterte time. No, yung kala specifically yung comparison between other infrastructure projects at flood control projects. Ang laki nung diferensya. Whereas, nung panahon ni Digong, nilampasan ng mga flood control projects yung other infrastructure projects. No? So makikita mo yung bakit hindi ganun ka-controversial o hindi ganun ka scandalous yung sitwasyon in terms of range. No? Kaya, pero hindi ko alam yung, hindi ko na,
Yeah, yeah,
wala akong
I suggest you check, Sir Ronald. I actually posted about this
at
kahapon.
saka nung panahon na yon,
Yeah.
wala yung mga ganito pang mga diskaya. Paano ang nangyari noon? Napoles eh. Diba? Kaya nagpakulong kami ng tatlong senador. Nagpakulong ng tatlong senador, si Napoles herself, at pinagbawal yung, tawag diyan, yung pork barrel. No? Yun yung nangyari doon eh. Yun yung controversy na nangyari noon. No? Pero halimbawa, itong mga diskaya, nagsimula ito 2016 eh. No? Inamin naman nila sa Senate.
Flood
2016, hindi
control
na
na
kami yung
projects,
gobyerno.
no? Yung flood control
No?
projects. Kasi yung mga
Kaya
DDs,
itong,
yeah, excuse nila,
yes,
matagal
kaya
na
itong
sila
mga
sa
notorious
industriya.
na ito. Itong mga notorious na ito. No? Ang sinasabi ba ng PCIJ, merong mga kaso dito sa mga, yung ganitong
May
klase?
anomalies daw. So basically saying all the previous presidents, kaya nga sa all the presidents contractors. So but obviously hindi sila the same level. In fact, I have a slight problem with the graph of the PCIJ because yung graph ng PCIJ is the entire Aquino admin, 6 years. Ito yung top contractors.
Hmm.
Yung kay Digong,
Hmm.
first year pa lang. Yung isang graph niya is first year pa lang ni Digong. Makikita mo yung St. Gerard na more than 12 billion pesos ang binigay. So, medyo may discrepancy makikita mo dun sa graph
Ano
because
yan?
one is 6 years, one is 1 year lang. So, it gives a false impression of symmetry when in fact it's not
Mm.
symmetrical. As you said, it's not only the flood control projects, it's also the numbers. So, kaya nga I have a slight problem with the PCIJ report. But nevertheless, I
Kaya nga
think
ipapakita ko sa iyo, papadala ko sa iyo yung ginawa ng Lasal eh. Tungkol dun sa ah, infrastructure at saka yung flood control. No? Kahapon ko lang nakita eh, na ganun pala kalaki yung difference. Halimbawa dun sa Aquino government, ganito kaliit ang flood control, ganito kalaki yung infrastructure. Nung panahon ni Digong, mas malaki yung flood control kesa infrastructure. Nagulat ako. Kahit ako nagulat eh. Lasal yung gumawa. Di ba Lasal ka?
the UP, pero transition na ako sa Oxford. But anyway, Sir Ronald, no, no, I mean, I have to check
Hmm.
that, no? Baka ito yung mga former colleagues ko sa Pol Sci sa LaSalle. Let me check that. Very interesting. Going back to this, Sir Ronald, as you correctly pointed out, flood control is the most problematic one. But we had Vico Soto kanina lang sinasabi niya na baka tip of the iceberg lang itong issue ng flood control. I mean, it's the most problematic because it's the easiest to hide and easiest to do mumbo jumbo with. But dapat kabuuan ng makikita mo at there's so many other different kinds of projects na may kababalakan nangyari. Maybe the cuts is not 60% but big enough.
Yes, ang problema mo naman, hindi mo naman pwedeng sabay-sabayin lahat yan eh. Dahil yung mag-iimbestiga, hindi naman ganun karami. Ikalawa, yung mga ipapalit mo, hindi rin ganun karami. Di ba? So, anong mangyayari? Kung logically ay lilinisin mo yung buong gobyerno, baka very few yung matira. At kung very few yung matira, ano mangyayari sa gobyerno? Meron ka bang pool ng mga papasok sa gobyerno at pupunuan yung mga top positions na mawawala, yung middle level positions na mawawala? Halimbawa, ngayon yung DPWH, ito yung ikalawa na pinakamalaking ahensya ng gobyerno after DepEd. Malaking bahagi ng ating economy ay government spending at saka consumption. So, pag nabawasan ng government spending, tatamaan yung overall economy mo, no? Kaya yes, ako dapat linisin 'yan. Ang tanong lang ay kaya ba 'yang gawin ng mabilisan at saka sabay-sabay at lalahatin mo? Hindi ko sure. Halimbawa, yung mga natanggal ngayon, ng mga USEC, district engineers, etc. may kwan yan eh, may civil service eligibility. 'Di ba? May protection yan eh. May mga seso yan eh. At meron niyang resources para mag-hire ng the best lawyers. So itatali ka niyan sa korte. Yung judicial system mo hindi ganun ka-strong, hindi ganun ka-kwan. So how do you do that? In a system like this, how do you clean house in a system like this? Yun naman yung problema,
That's
no?
absolutely.
Although ako gusto ko talagang linisin yan. But short of a revolution, dahil hindi naman revolution eh, di ba? Kung ang revolution, mas madali. Pero even in a revolution, magta-trial and error ka. What will work? What won't work? Diba? May transition ka sa isang revolution. Pero ngayon na walang revolution, you work within that system. Anong gagawin mo? Diba? Yun yung dilemma.
Yeah, but you also can have the short of RevGov situation of total anarchy and chaos a la Indonesia, or weaponization by all sides a la Brazil, Operation Car Wash. So you could also have a political breakdown, paralysis situation. How do you avoid that? I mean, what kind of head
Exactly.
should roll? I mean, former
That's
DPW
what I'm saying.
secretary, yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm, halimbawa, kung lilinisin talaga ni BBM yung kanyang political allies, baka walang matira. Or baka karamihan lumipat sa iyong kalaban. And then again, baka ikaw yung may impeach, imbis na yung pinapa-impeach mo. Yung ganun ba, yung that kind of balancing act between political baggages, no, na dapat mong tanggalin sa iyong political family, and at the same time, dahil nasa isang existential battle ka with your mortal enemy na mataas ang ratings at waiting on the wings na agawin ang iyong political base, no? Paano mo pipigilan na mangyari yon? Hindi yan madaling sitwasyon,
No,
no?
it's very
Madaling
dangerous.
sitwasyon.
It's very dangerous. I think
Oo.
both of us have been warning that this could get completely out of control and explode in the president's face. Um, Sir Ronald, how do you square the circle here? What do you think is the optimum approach here? Like, what is the low-hanging fruit that is big fish enough, if I can put it that way, right? Kasi kailangan mo ng big fish eh. Some big fish heads should roll, pero it cannot be too high-hanging. Then it burns down the whole house, right?
Well,
So, hirap yun kunin yung balance.
pagbuelo mo,
Hmm.
ipabuelo mo yung mga modern reformist elements in both houses. Halimbawa ngayon, nakuha ng mga reform elements yung leadership ng Senate. 'Di ba? Ibang usapin if they can deliver. Pero mukhang positive naman yung so far. Di ba yung nangyayari? Di ba? Blue Ribbon, Ping Lacson, and Lisa Ontiveros. Iba yon, no? At balak nilang dalhin yung investigation, hindi lang sa kasalukuyang gobyerno, kung hindi pati sa previous government. No? So, medyo hindi ganun kasama kumpara dun sa old leadership ng Senate. Sa House naman, bagamat wala namang ganong possibility for now na mabago yung leadership, meron kang core ng mga reform-oriented congressmen na pinamumunuan nila Laila de Lima, Shell Jokno, Percy Sandanya, etc. Crisel Lagman, no, etc. So, yun yung kailangan mo-consolidate para yung kanilang small size will be more effective and more qualitatively mas may impact kahit hindi sila ganun karami. So sila yung tulungan mo na mag-scale up, 'di ba? Na mag-scale up. So may ganung klase ka mga pockets na yung desperation ng mga tao ay mababawasan at magkakaroon ng alternative going into the next election in 2028. 'Di ba? Kaya kami naman, yung mga organizers, mga political operators, we also have to scale up na i-harness itong reform elements sa Senate at sa House papunta sa isang political movement na magiging political alternative in a political project sa 2028.
Parang
No?
Sir Ronald,
Dahil
hindi mo
ganito ang
sinagot
tao
yung tanong
eh.
ko. Parang hindi mo
Oh,
I mean, I completely agree with your war of position, but I'm talking about war of
ah.
maneuver. Maybe you don't have to name drop. But you have to feed the beast, right? This is a Colosseum. People are asking for blood, right? So if you're the emperor, sinong igaganon mo
Oh.
ngayon? Because
Well,
mag-explode yung Colosseum. People are angry. They
Well,
want blood.
nagsisimula na. Di ba nagsisimula na? Meron kang dalawang senador na pinangalanan. At yung dalawang senador na yon ay merong active cases. Meron silang active cases
Wala
eh.
daw alam.
Yung
Nagulat daw. Nagulat. Nagulat. Nagulat.
initially, sabi ko nga, panimula eh. Hindi mo narinig yung salita ko, panimula. Starting point, di ba? So, dapat may magawa ka rin na ganon sa House. But the Senate and the House cannot investigate themselves. Doon papasok yung ilalabas bukas na independent, credible commission. No?
So bukas
Bukas ilalabas.
launching. So this week ma-launch na.
Bukas, at most the day after. Ilalabas na yan. Yun yung possible game changer.
And
Dahil kung
ombudsman.
yung Senate
No,
iimbestigahan yung sarili niya, yung House iimbestigahan yung sarili niya, limited yon. Di ba? They can only investigate themselves so much. Di ba? Pero ang hamon dito sa Independent Investigative Commission ay gaano ka-credible. Dahil alam ko may pangalan na, may tatlo na eh. Pero hindi pa natin alam sino yan.
Ha.
Ikalawa, more important, ano ba yung powers ng commission? Paano hindi naman pwedeng
Mandato.
investigate?
Correct, correct.
Dapat meron ng prosecutorial powers, di ba? And to do that, kailangan gumawa ka ng batas. Because a president can only create this commission through an executive order. Very limited yung powers nun kung executive order. So, kailangan gumawa ng batas ng mabilisan para i-strengthen yung commission na iyon. No? Eh, alam mo naman dito kung
Kung pwede
pwede
tumulong yung
magalit yan. Ang
Kongreso.
maganda ngayon ay merong sense of outrage. Yung political climate is such na madedemonize mo yung mga congressmen at senators na magfo-foot drag. Pwede mong sabihin na nagfo-foot drag sila dahil sila ay corrupt. No?
Pressure mo.
Pwedeng
The
sabihin
feet next to fire. Yeah, bricks and yeah.
yes, and
Their
it will stick. It will stick dahil nga sa political climate, dahil sa sense of outrage, no? So, iba yung panahon ngayon just last year, no? Iba ngayon. So, marami kang pwedeng gawin ngayon if you get your act together. Ang daming possibilities ngayon. Hindi na ito usapin lamang ng desperation eh. May element ng hope eh. Hindi ito usapin lamang ng anger eh, at saka outrage. Merong possible alternative eh. So, yun yung wini-weave mo together to create a political project. No? War of motion, war of position. No? Pwede mong gawin
Sarah, I
sabay.
really like how you don't name drop, but no, but kidding aside, no, but I completely agree with you, Sarah. I'm just making
Ah,
sure na people realize that we realize something has to happen. But nevertheless, there's anger, no, Sir Ron, at nakita natin yung mga kaibigan natin nagrally sa bahay ng mga diskaya, nagtatapon ng kung ano-ano. Hindi ito akbayan na yung kabila yata yan. But Sir Ronald, napansin ko
mga
ang
bayan, nagsuot ng costume na multo. Dalawa yung rally na yun eh.
yeah, I
Yung
know.
isa yung, oh.
But Sir Ron,
Eh, kami, behave kami.
let let me get this through because thanks dun sa tapon nung kabilang kampo na kaibigan din natin, maganda
Ah,
palang kalidad nung ano, yung glass ng ano, nung door nila Diskaya.
Hindi na
Maganda kasi
mabasag.
gumawa ng contract. They're good contractors pala eh. If yung sarili ng
Oo,
mansion,
hindi na
maganda palang
mabasag.
kalidad.
Baka bulletproof pa nga yun.
Kaya nga sabi ko, aba, magaling pala silang contractor. Wala man lang gas-gas yung glass. Tapos relax lang yung
Oo.
gwardiya. Sige, tapon lang kayo dyan. Sabi ko, magaling pala itong mga to mag-contractor. Mga to, maganda palang kalidad eh. Yun lang, kung sarili. So, Sir Ronald, alam ko ito, pinag-usapan mo niya sa kabilang channel. That's why I wanted to go to the other picture. But what do you think of the Red Ribbon Committee? Red Ribbon. Ang tawag ko dyan. Yung ginawa ni Marcoleta na binubuli si Jinggoy. Tapos ito si Diskaya, nagmaalala mo. Kaya nagdrama siya. Kami. What do you think of that? Huling El Bimbo ba ni Marcoleta yan? Medyo bago na kudeta. Pag-usapan natin right after.
Well, hindi pa nila alam nun eh. Napapalitan sila eh. Hindi pa nila alam. Pero,
Hindi
kung
na
nakita
napansin,
mo,
sabi ni Risa, ay alis na po ako, may gagawin na like, hindi na napansin baka something is going on. Active
tapos
kudeta.
sabi ni Amy, bakit hindi kami kinausap? Bakit daw hindi sila kinausap? Ba't naman sila kakausapin? Ha? Ano naman pumasok sa ulo nung kababayan mo na nagrereklamo, ba't daw hindi sila kinausap?
Ewan ko dyan, pati nga sariling pamilya niya ayon sa kanya eh. So, wag mo ako idamay sa
Surpresa daw sila. Nasurpresa daw sila dahil walang kumausap sa kanila. Bakit naman sila kakausapin? Pababagsakin
Oo
nga
nga
sila
eh.
eh.
Exactly.
No?
So, Sir Ronald,
Eh, Anyway, yung round one na yan, kahapon, ang
yeah, yeah.
idiniin nyo, di ba tinanong si Diskaya, meron ka bang senador na kausap? Sabi niya, wala. So talagang yung main purpose nun, idiin yung House. Kanina naman, ang idiin naman, Senate. Round 2. So tayo na ngayon. Tayo na ngayon. Round 1, round 2. Ano yung round 3? No?